For decades, the vaults of the Pentagon were a black hole for the unexplained, a place where radar tracks of impossible speeds and cockpit footage of physics-defying craft went to be buried under layers of top-secret clearance. But in May of 2026, the seal was finally broken. Under a sweeping executive directive, the initiative has begun the systematic dismantling of a century's worth of cosmic silence. From the server rooms of the newly minted war.gov/UFO portal, a digital flood has been unleashed. We are no longer looking at grainy, leaked snippets, but at the raw, high-fidelity data of the U.S. military machine. The first tranche alone includes over 160 declassified files, infrared captures from 2025, startling FBI renderings of bronze ellipsoids, and transcripts from the Apollo missions that suggest our astronauts were never truly alone in the lunar orbit. Is this the total transparency promised by the administration, or a strategic drip feed designed to manage a mounting global panic? As names like AARO, the FBI, and NASA converge to dump decades of anomalous encounters into the public lap, the question has shifted. It's no longer if these objects exist, but what the government has known about their origin while the world was told to look away. This case file, join the theorists as we surf the first massive wave of disclosure and decode the data within. The Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters.
Welcome to Alien Theorists Theorizing Case File 377. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Andrew.
Fucking disclosure day! It's finally
day. 10 and a half years.
It is upon us.
They're here. They're queer.
They've been here.
Nothing to see here. Don't look at that.
Queer. Nothing to see here.
There's nothing else happening.
This is definitely not a distraction.
No.
100%.
This is not.
Don't forget about the Epstein files. Forget about the war in Iran. We got aliens.
Forget about food prices, fuel prices.
Put that all
not
in your
talk
mind.
about
for a
the
second.
aliens.
Doesn't matter.
Because
You're probably never going to own a home. Don't worry about that.
Who gives
It's
a
not
shit?
big deal.
Because we are not alone. And so forget all that stuff, because you're going to be able to soon buy properties on fucking Flaxon 7. Right? As soon as we make contact with all these other races, think about the property, right? Property prices are going to plummet because all of a sudden properties are available everywhere throughout the galaxy, right? So Century 21 is going to be all over the fucking place.
Real estate is opening up.
If you've been living under a fucking rock, you may not know that, just a few days ago from recording this,
May 8th.
May 8th, the Pentagon released a fucking big old batch of UFO videos, that they're saying are unknown. Like these are genuine unidentified flying objects. They don't know what they are. They're not in the category of like known or in the category of like they figured out what these things are. These are the ones that they don't know.
The first batch of released documents.
Yes.
And
There's going to be more.
And I mean,
they released some transcripts and some other stuff as well. Do we want to talk about the transcript first? Because I think we've talked about that before.
Well, first we got to acknowledge the great acronym for the program.
I thought you were going to fucking do some land acknowledgement.
First off,
you forgot that too.
we're going to have to
Is this
acknowledge
unceded land, Zell? The
we have to
studio?
acknowledge the land that I'm currently on in my house that I don't own anymore. No, we got to talk about the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters, or PURSUE. Great acronym.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Dropped on May
This
8th.
administration's good with the acronyms, man.
They always do that when Congress and stuff, when they do like different acts
Yeah,
and
but
stuff
this
like that.
regime particularly.
No, they've been doing it. They've been doing it.
Changing
for a while.
ice to nice, pretty phenomenal.
Okay, well that's not.
That was crazy.
Well, we got over 160 initial files from the Department of War releasing all this stuff, starting with 116. I guess there's more to come.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
We'll see.
It's gonna be like the Epstein files, all the good shit they just hold on to.
I just want to also acknowledge it is wild that I had to go to the war.gov/UAP. If you would have told me that was going to be a thing like a couple of years ago, I would
To look at UFOs.
Yeah.
that the website for the official United States government website is war.gov/UAP.
Well, they're just setting it up. It's just doing a little prediction because they know eventually people are going to be Googling, why are we going to war again? Now they're going to blame it on UFOs.
Aliens.
Well, this is for the pending because they're running out of things to do. So, according to the conspiracy playbook, they're going to do a false flag UFO event coming up here very quick.
Buddy, that's not just the conspiracy playbook. That was according to Warner von Braun. That's his deathbed confession.
What was that? We covered that before. It was a Project Bluebeam.
Blue Book. Blue Beam, yes. Yeah.
Fake alien invasion, either through like some type of holograms or...
Buddy, what happened to that mall in Miami? All right? Right? What happened to that
the
mall?
octopus thing.
That was too many cops for a mall shooting, for a couple teenagers popping fireworks off. I'm just saying, there was reports of fucking beings.
I don't disagree.
Was that and people used to say that was that event there was a Project Bluebeam, right? Of them shooting holograms trying to see what they could do.
Some Mysterio shit.
That's exactly what.
Welcome to the plot of Watchmen.
But no, Warner von Braun said that's what it's his like famous deathbed confession that there was going to be a UFO false flag attack.
I mean,
yeah,
when did he die though?
Von Braun?
In the 70s, probably
70s or 80s.
I mean, that's quite a while ago. I mean, we're getting into Baba Yaga territory. Like, how long are we gonna live?
Maybe he's fucking Zelstradamus.
How long?
1977.
No, they've been holding on to this fucking card probably for a while.
I mean, he's
Braden. It's about the slow build, buddy.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, there's all these different. Dan's going to break them down to start here, but yeah, there's all these main ones that we're going to go through today are some of the better ones, not necessarily all of them, but
there's definitely a huge amount that they're going, and there's more coming if it is to be believed. And a lot of these files, some of them, a majority of them, I think are not necessarily new. A lot of them are actually just lend a lot of context to some of the stuff that is already established in like UFO lore. Some of the audio files, it's more like that we get the high quality, uncut audio files. We've got some of the like photos that were analyzed by the
fucking
Department of
sexy
Defense
shit
back in the time.
Stuff that's been you're paying extra for. There's little stars over it, like it's fucking
a lot of it like the
you know how the states could have fucking got back some of those fucking tariffs they had to pay back.
OnlyFans
for
UFO
these
disclosure. OnlyFans,
like just blurted a little.
Yeah, dude, I just thought that too.
OnlyFans/aliens.gov for the uncensored clips. $5 a month gets you all access.
Yeah, dude. Extra for probing.
Hey, listen, we're available for hire. any government agencies needs consulting. These are ideas you're leaving on the table. You're leaving tons of money on the table. All this shit can be monetized, baby.
There's nothing that that possibly could be the next release could definitely be on a subscription plan. That'll be like $14.99 a month for extra UFO files. First load is free, and the rest of them you got to pay.
Comes with a fucking Trump collectible card as well. Got to get rid of those still. Maybe a coin, some shoes.
Yeah. Well, people are still waiting on their phones. They're still waiting on their gold phones, so people are pretty mad about that.
Gold phones.
Yeah. Everybody.
Please tell me it's rotary.
No, there's everybody who reserved that hasn't gotten theirs yet, and that was I don't know, 2 years ago.
It's crazy.
But yeah, like I said, there's a number of events in here that are referenced in the files, and a lot of them are really. I was actually impressed by the quality of the scans that they've gotten that they posted on the site. They're really high definition scans of documents, correspondence, official correspondence from places like the Department of Defense, the FBI, lots of like just wild stuff in there. And there's a lot of good stuff we can go over to. And then of
Videos,
course, the video
dude.
files. Yeah, tons of.
I got the whole file open here. I think we can actually play them. These are government files, right?
And yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Public domain. There's no audio on them, so nothing's going to trigger.
Nice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, well, we'll start through it, and then I'll pull up videos as we go as well. See if I can find some good ones. There's quite a few, but I might get lucky. So we're going to start. We got to start with your boy's favorite. We got to start with the moon missions, Gemini and Apollo, because there's a bunch of stuff that came out with that.
So just like start with the ones that are super easy to disprove that they're all fake.
Absolutely.
propaganda 'cause we never went to the moon.
Well, I
Is that
mean,
what you're saying,
Make for
dude?
great conversation.
Yeah.
The interesting thing one is like with the Apollo. I mean, they released a transcript of what was it? Oh no, sorry, Gemini 7 mission, December 5th, 1965. And I mean, I think we've talked about this before. So it was just like, I guess it was never just verified. Now it's verified that
no, it's that the media that they had, like they have the high fidelity remaster now on there. And it's just like, the black object audio from Gemini 7 has always existed. It's always been in the public domain for like decades. Like it's been around for a while, but this was the first time that we actually got the full uncut audio conversation, between like Frank Borman and Mission Control.
Yeah, and so if you've been living on a rock, you haven't listened. This is very quickly. You know, in the transcript or the audio, you hear Houston say, Gemini 7 here, Houston, how do you read? Gemini 7 says loud and clear. 7, go ahead. And Borman says, we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high. And then Houston says, this is Houston, say again, 7. I said we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high. And, you know, it's a great transcript, great audio of like them seeing weird things in space, particles like in space that we don't know exactly what it is. We have no idea. So, you know, is it an alien race visiting? Is it some sort of craft that they saw? We don't know, but it's cool to have that high def audio released with an official transcript that you can read through, and you're like, oh no, there is no mistaking what's being said.
He described it as a brilliant body, a black object, and had trillions of particles. It sounded like particles just dancing all around it. So that
he says
object against the sun, so like something blocking the sun.
He said, we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high. Say again, 7. We have debris up here. This is an actual sighting. You have any more information, estimate distance or size? Borman says, we also have the booster in sight. Houston says, understood. You also have the booster in sight, Roger. Borman says, we have very, very many. It looks like hundreds of little particles going by to the left out about 3 or 4 miles. Understand you have many small particles going by on the left. At what distance? 4 miles. It looks like a path of a vehicle at 90 degrees. Roger, understand they're about 3 or 4 miles away. They've passed now. They're going. Gemini 7, Houston. Were these particles in addition to the booster and the bogey at 10 o'clock high? Lavelle, Roger, I have the booster on my side. It's a brilliant body in the sun against a black background with trillions of particles on it.
Crazy.
Right?
Crazy.
Like
ice fragments or debris.
That was the original. So here's the interesting thing.
Definitely.
So that was there's a lot of skeptics who originally argued for that being the cause of this, this sighting, that these particles were either from ice from either like a urine dump is what they said,
It's piss.
Yeah. Or
just piss.
Piss particles.
or it was debris from the Titan II booster that they were using. But what another interesting addition to in the uncut high definition audio is that there's an actual internal NASA memo included in this release from 1966 that's attached to the audio.
Can I get that audio on the Gov website?
It's on there. It should be on there.
Somewhere.
There's a bunch of files. I don't know where the audio
I'm looking on it right now.
It must be under Gemini 7 files.
Well, I can find
might be a different one.
PDF or .vids. I can send you just audio, and the vids don't have any audio on them.
So it's should be on there.
I'll keep searching.
So this shows that mission control and this memo were actually genuinely baffled by the amount and the scale and the trajectory of these particles. And then when they describe this, like there's a piece in the memo where they actually talk about like the swarming behavior that Borman was describing doesn't match the physics of a typical debris cloud that you probably would have seen for one.
And then not to mention that, like, yes, again, it was, they said that the piss, paint flakes, ice crystals, and they figured it was from the booster rocket, except it's described as separate from the booster. Like if you read the transcript now, and clearly they Lavelle says the booster's on the other side. Like he sees the booster. He has eyes on the booster. Whatever this is on the other side. What he describes as the brilliant body slowly tumbling. So it's like, this is one of those things where it's like you have these people seeing this amazing thing, and then forever you've had people being like, it's piss. And you're like, even these internal memos are saying that, like, man, that doesn't, that like the piss story doesn't fucking add up. Yeah, it's fucking.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure might not, we'll listen to a minute or two. We'll see what happens. I think this is where the interview is. Except you're not gonna be able to hear it. So I'm just gonna put my speakers on and then. Right.
7, go ahead.
That's so quiet. Here, can I play it? Can I play it through mine? I can play it through mine for you guys. 7? What time is it at? 1:16?
You got it? It starts about 1:12.
Yeah. Close your screen. I'll share it with audio. War this one? Nope. This one? That's the one. There we go.
Yeah, that one.
At about 1:10 you had it?
Yeah, 1:10, 1:15, I think.
1:12. This is Houston. Say again, 7. We have a bogey at 10 o'clock high.
Boom.
Roger.
Just thinking about it. No one says anything.
77, is that
He's forgot his lines.
An actual sighting? Say again, 7. Okay, we have several, looks like debris up here, actual sighting. You have any more information, estimated distance or size? We also have the booster in sight. Understand you also have the booster in sight, Roger.
Like right there. He says
very many, looks like hundreds of little particles going by from west out about 3 to 4 miles. Understand you have many small particles going by on the left. At what distance? Large, looks like perhaps a vehicle that's disintegrated. Roger, understand they're about 3 to 4 miles away. They're past now, they're going to pull her over. Roger, and understand they were about 3 to 4 miles away. Turbine, or further. Roger.
Stop breathing.
Gemini 7, Houston, were these particles in addition to the booster and the bogey at 10 o'clock high? Roger.
Crazy.
7, Houston, this is 7. Go ahead. I have the booster on my side as a brilliant body in the sun against a black background and with billions of particles around it. Roger, what direction is it from you? It's about at my 2 o'clock position. Does that mean it's ahead of you? It's ahead of us, 2 o'clock, slowly tumbling. Roger.
Crazy.
Yeah, like wild
So something, he sees an object.
Yeah.
And they don't, like Houston, NASA doesn't even seem surprised about. They're like, oh yeah, that's out of sighting. Not like, excuse me, are you okay? Like, what do you mean a sighting?
Yeah, exactly. Like, are we going to get pictures? Do you think they have if there's any pictures or anything that someone may have taken of something like this? Right? Like, had the foresight to be like, quickly get the Polaroid out.
I think they're so busy going like a bajillion miles per hour, like,
probably
in space.
But to me, I was like, oh man, I love that. Like when I fucking was reading that transcript this morning.
The trillions of particles is crazy. Like, what a thing to say, trillions, not billions, there's trillions of particles.
Well, and even to describe
that
it
must
as a
have been
vehicle.
such a sight. That must be such a fucking sight. Yeah, the vehicle thing I found was weird.
Right? Like you're describing it as it looks like a vehicle path. Like that's how you're describing these particles and this object, right? It's like a some sort of thing, and it's particles, or it's like a tail of a vehicle, or like, I kind of pictured it as like, the vapor from an aircraft, or the chemtrails, if you will.
Right.
Space chemtrails.
Space chemtrails. Really blocking out those particles.
Right? If you're not even it's the fluoride they're spraying in space everywhere.
Okay, well, there's a whole bunch, so that one's pretty cool. But let's move on. I guess. What about the Apollo missions? There's some stuff in there too, wasn't there? Like targeting anomalies and.
Yeah, so in these files, this file drop, they've got a number of areas of interest overlays that they put with the from photos from the Apollo 12 mission from the lunar surface. So a lot of the overlays that are on there are not original NASA markings. Like people have seen them because they're posting them on, they're everywhere on social media and in the news articles. And it's like you get these photos from the lunar surface, and they're just like, squares of, zoomed in squares of, parts of interest or stuff that they kind of found strange in those photos. And those are not the original markings that are on there, but they are added by the Pentagon's Directorate of Intelligence. So they have these high contrast boxes and the markings that highlight what are unidentified phenomena. A lot of them are situated just above the lunar horizon, and they're near shadows of the astronauts, on the pretty cool name Ocean of Storms is like where they were. The documents, like they show that while NASA's mission on this one was primarily geological, they were doing geologic studies of the moon and its surface, and also I think beneath the crust. It's kind of like the composition of the moon. The DoD review was actually scanning the film for artificial looking structures or unexplained light sources that appeared.
Megaliths.
Oh, that appeared.
Well, that, or, it's like, have the Russians been building secret moon bases? I think they would be like,
artificial looking structures. I have to give a shout out in the chat. This made me laugh out loud. The space chemtrails are making the stars gay.
That is true. That's a real problem.
Gotta watch out there.
Dude, the other one of the other things that items released was the Buzz Aldrin debriefing. I thought was interesting, from July 1969, where Aldrin reported a sizable object close to the lunar surface. He referenced that, as well as I thought this was interesting only in the context of the other ones that were released on like Apollo 12 and Apollo 17 that described the same thing. Little flashes of light inside the cabin,
Yeah, like inside, yeah.
Yeah, spaced a couple minutes apart while trying to sleep. Like flashes, and then like that's described throughout. Like astronaut Alan Bean of Apollo 12 reported flashes of light sailing off into space with comments like, "It looks like some of those things are escaping the moon. They really haul out of here and just press off at the stars." And as well as transcript from the Apollo 17 mission describing very bright particles and lights over multiple days. The crew, including Eugene Cernan and Harrison Schmidt, compared these lights to 4th of July fireworks.
Wow.
Right? Like that's not insignificant. That's pretty fucking
That's crazy.
impressive. Flashing, tumbling, angular, jagged fragments drifting by, visible from the capsule and lunar surface. And those are across 3 separate missions, right? in the span of 3 years. So very interesting, considering like we're now planning to go back. Like when I see these phenomena and I see them being debriefed and like people, we don't know what they are. And then we have to sit back and be like, I always kind of remember, like, there's nothing on the moon to fucking look at. I'm like, well, what about all this shit? What the fuck is this? Is that not of any kind of fucking scientific interest? For a reason to go back is that we have these phenomenon that are happening that we have no fucking idea. Why is it? What's that about?
Dude, I just watched Interstellar. I just can't help but think that that's us pulling at the strings inside the cabin.
Oh, the inside the cabin, yeah.
But they didn't have a chance to record it. They weren't smart enough to put the Morse code on the watch, like that kind of stuff. They didn't get the message back through.
Well, imagine, okay, so like from that perspective, say like people in the future or some sort of advanced race of humans in the timeline of like our like Earth, way in the future, gets the ability to do some sort of observation, like observable time travel, let's say, where they can go back to re-witness events. The fucking Apollo missions would be ones, like the first Apollo missions would be ones that you go back to. You know what I mean? So if this is some sort of like consciousness, like interaction,
Andrew would
particles,
go back and he still wouldn't believe the evidence.
I don't know.
Look at this set.
Look at this set. Wow, this looks great.
But
take me back to the minute that someone was ordered to tape over all the fucking tapes. Send me back.
The guy holding the tape like this one too.
Yeah. You sure?
The Cosby Show.
This one sounds important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take me back.
The Cosby Show's timeless. No one will ever have anything bad to say about that guy. But no, it's interesting. Like you have these inside the cabin. It's like something is interacting with particles in there, whatever. It's like phosphorus, right? Like when you're out in the ocean and you move around, like there's something going on there that we have no idea. That's reported by astronauts. So we had no idea.
Fucking crazy.
We had no idea until just a couple of days ago was even a thing.
Yeah, and then there's something like you had to ask. It brings up a lot of questions because it's like, is this something that just happens on just things going to the moon? Because we've had astronauts on space stations for months, like
is
years.
There some sort of magnetic field?
Well, they don't see that. Like they don't report that, or at least we don't have any.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. This has been under wraps for so long. Like how many fucking interviewers has Buzz Aldrin punched out? Like you don't think he would have fucking said this stuff before? It's like none of this information got out before now. It's being released in these documents that it was talked about.
Well, these are just the complete forms. This information's been around for a while.
You ready for a fucking rebuttal here?
Yeah, that's
you calling me out, Zell? What was my ongoing theory of what they did with the faking of the moon landing?
Drugs.
Drugs.
A lot of drugs.
What did fucking millions of particles shining in in space sound like? That's Lucy in the sky with diamonds, buddy. That's LSD. These guys are tripping fucking balls.
Hey, it tracks.
It does track.
It tracks.
The astronauts are so fucking high, and Houston's just been like playing them along. Like, oh, how many particles? 1 trillion. Wow.
Dude, they're just MK Ultra fucking test subjects.
That's what it is, man. They're reporting their fucking their trips. That's all it is.
Well, the theory still holds, I guess. I'm gonna play one video.
All right, let's get it.
So of all the videos that I just downloaded, which is all you can get so far, most of them are just like infrared with like a tiny speck that shoots across the screen. Nothing spectacular, but there's a few that look pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we'll start with this one. This one might be what you call it? Who made the Jewcraft joke before the show?
Yeah, it's the UFO.
The UFO? Is that the UFO?
It's been coined online as the UFO.
Like the Star of David or something?
It looks like the Star of David.
I think this is the one.
Yeah, it's spectacular video.
It's unreal. Right here. Okay. Share this. There's no sound anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Like, what the fuck is that?
And then let's zoom in on it.
It's interesting. It looks like his sights are on it.
Look at that, though. Look at that right there.
Right? Like that image
that looks like a craft of some kind.
Well, you know what it looks like to me? Because you know how we've some of these crafts have been described as having some sort of observable like field around them.
Yeah.
This
It has a
looks
trail
like this-
behind it too. Look as it goes, like some
Yeah,
type of
like
IR
this-
trail of some kind.
This looks like when it's looking through the IR camera here, it looks like it's picking up like some sort of warping around it.
But
in-
it looks
in
like in DBZ when they fly off,
In,
you get that
in
fucking
some sort of like
flying around
it's
them.
like a geometrical pattern too. Like it like
We got sayings, boys.
Dude,
it's
the
very-
crazy thing is the exhaust trail behind it. I've never seen that before.
so that's picking up a heat signature, right? Left off.
Yeah,
from,
has to be.
from propulsion, from some sort
From
of
something.
propulsion, or it's leaving heat, even if it's friction from moving.
Well, it could be just water, even as simple as water vapor, probably.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a UFO right there. That's as cool as it gets, I think.
Yeah,
that's
that
pretty
is
rad.
that is such an and what's interesting about that too is the most interesting is like you have. I don't know if it would be as interesting if that one was just released on YouTube. We had no idea, but it's like the fact that the government's releasing this under the batch of like we have no idea what this is. We have no answer for that. I'm like it's very strange, and I can't wait till we get more information. Like when we're able to have like congressional hearings where we can ask, people can ask questions about these specific videos. So like we can ask, questions about that specific video, like what was the relative size of it? What, like how fast was it traveling, right? Like information like that is slowly going to trickle out either by operators who recorded it or, other government documents, reports on it. So there's like we're only going to find out more information on it. It's really cool. But like you were saying before, like a lot of these videos you go through, there's one in particular that I watch, and as the resident UFO expert,
Of course.
I watched it, and it looks like a spec, similar to the Go Fast video or the gimbal, like a spec traveling through a field of like wind turbines, right? And when you watch that, the way it kind of moves around the like turbine field and then kind of like moves through the propellers, in my head, I went, that could be a balloon. I hate to say Mylar balloon, but like, it kind of fucking, my brain went there where my brain doesn't go. My brain doesn't go anywhere with the UFO of being like, okay, I know what that is. Right. It doesn't. But some of them, like you said, some of them you watch and you're like, okay, interesting, but a little underwhelming. But there's some that are.
While we're on the videos, might as well watch one more here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is short. It's it looks like a boat. It's probably a drug smuggling boat. They're about to blow up, but they caught a UFO. They caught a UFO on it.
They're like, divert. Hold on.
1 second.
We got a bogey.
Yeah. So here it is. I think it's only 10 seconds long. So let's watch the left screen.
Oh, brother, how lucky were those Somalian pirates?
Right there. See that?
That's crazy. No birds moving that fast.
It's flying, like it's ripping. One more time.
That's crazy.
Like see, it has a little bit of an exhaust trail again. Same type of thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Super cool.
Obviously, can't tell the size of it, but it just like if, I don't know, Dan would know better than us. What is this, like a spy plane camera? Like how high up are we?
Which one? Those IR cameras?
Like is that from like a fucking? That's not from satellite, right? That's from a drone.
I don't think we're gonna
No.
know that any of that
You're not gonna
information
have
yet. That's the
IR.
problem.
You're not
Like,
going to have IR from
That we
satellites
know of.
We know of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we know
we
of.
know of. Yeah, it's something like that. So it's probably, it would probably be, could be aircraft, could surveillance aircraft, could be, you're probably.
But we're
it's
zoomed
probably-
in from up high.
Yeah, you're definitely zoomed in.
yeah, you're not tailing a boat that close. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you could be up like 5,000 feet and the boat might not know. Or maybe they
Yeah.
know. They're like, well, we're about to just get blown
I
up
actually like
here.
to think that was shot from a helicopter like 100 feet above the boat.
Nice fucking gimbal on it. Nice and steady. But there's a couple more like that. I'll get to them as we go through the episode.
Yeah, that's like these, like especially that one. It's like it's flying around, and again, we just have the video right now. We have no like corresponding data really with it and stuff. So it's like these are going to be things we might be able to get released or might be released in further information drops that we get moving forward. I mean, the timing again. It's just such a weird time to fucking release all this stuff. I'm like, why?
It's fucking perfect
Perfect
time.
time.
Well, yeah,
It's absolutely perfect time for distraction.
change the. Yeah,
There's a couple negative
I think the
things going
timing
on.
is the most damning thing about that. Like, what else would you be doing right now? It's insane.
It's a perfect time for protracted.
Just trying to make the general public go insane.
Perfect. It's our perfect time for
Information
protracted
overload.
public discourse, and then a possibly political smokescreen. You know, that's no big deal.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We'll take it, though.
Of course, that's what
On
it
this
is.
show, we'll take it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We got to go. I mean, anytime something about Nazis come up, we have to go explore.
hell yeah.
You got to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about
Hell
it.
yeah.
Nazis. If you dig down into one of the files, because I was just like, I was scrolling through one of them, and one of them caught my eye because they mentioned the Nazi UFO tip.
Like the tip
that
off,
was,
yeah.
So this was like it was an FBI correspondence. And this had just been recently released. So this story, this part of UFO lore already kind of existed. We already had bits and pieces, but these
we
actual
had
correspondence,
nuggets.
there's like 4 copies of the correspondence in one of the files there, and it talks about a man named Paul Perel, who handed over information that claimed that Nazis built a craft in 1944 in the Black Forest of Austria. And so
we knew that already.
is the first thing that comes. Yeah, Declassified is the first thing that comes to mind. But this is like he gives a pretty good description of it, and it's like, so Paul Perel, a little bit of background. He was a naturalized U.S. citizen who was living in Miami at the time, and he was working at Eastern Airlines.
Wait. Is
as
naturalized U.S. citizen like that one guy who tries to tell us about? You could just write on your receipt, no recourse. Is that what a naturalized citizen was?
Naturalized, like he had probably been living here for a long time, and then got his citizenship. Well, one of the multiple ways you could get
that guy was a sovereign citizen or something.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
sovereign citizen is a different
No
whole
recourse.
different thing
No
that
recourse.
doesn't exist.
If you don't know what a sovereign system is, you've listened to our show. He's a no recourse guy.
And he was working as a mechanic for Eastern Airlines, and apparently he approached the FBI on April 26th of 1967. So he claimed that he had been a former Luftwaffe pilot, and he was a graduate of the German Air Academy. And he stated that he was assigned as a test pilot to a top secret project in the Black Forest of Austria near the end of 1944. What he saw there is he gave this description in his correspondence of being a saucer-shaped craft, approximately 21 feet in diameter, and it was radio controlled. So it's not. This is something that the Nazis built, right? This is not, it's not something that, it doesn't seem like something that they recovered. It's something they actually built. He said it featured a stationary center dome with an exterior portion that revolved around it. There were several jet engines that were mounted around the exterior, and he noted that there was technical data that involved 2 rocket motors, and like the actual like fuel. He gave like details of like the fuel mixture.
The Fuhrer mixture?
Fuel mixture.
That was too natural, Dan. That
That
was
was too
weird.
good. Yeah, the Fuhrer mixer. That's great.
And the aircraft, I guess, had been designed by an engineer named Kuhr, who Perel believed had been captured by the Allied forces after the war with scooped up in Operation Paperclip.
Or Viking.
Yeah, well,
Depending
by the
which way
Americans.
which way they went.
Yeah.
So he claimed that it was his responsibility to actually photograph the craft in flight. So being a test pilot, like they had to like tail, because they do that sometimes. You have you're testing a new type of aircraft. You have other aircraft go up there and then photograph it in flight. And he said that he retained a negative of the object at 20,000 feet and a photograph of it parked in a hangar. And there's like in that document, there's some like, I don't know if they're actually like the negatives that he like included, or he kind of, but because they're just scans of the whatever, and they're like old correspondence, but I'm not actually sure if they're like the actual negatives, but you can kind of make out, like it doesn't show anything for sure, but it's like you can kind of make out the outline of a saucer shaped craft. And he actually asserted in his correspondence that this aircraft was responsible for downing at least one American B-26 airplane. So they actually let this thing on the loose. and at least using it in some type of crap. But that was one of the wilder things that I got from there, because it's like this actual FBI file of a guy just going in here and being like, and there's tons of other things in there.
Well, I mean, there's
in those more files, and it's a lot of those like old like UFO stuff that's like just people sending in things to the FBI. Hey, we received this. Hey, there's also a large amount of the things being like people like writing to the FBI about UAP stuff, and then the FBI writing back like, hey, we don't deal with this stuff. Like, we don't deal with this stuff. You need to contact this person. And it's like, I can really identify with that when it's like, hey, like you don't come to IT about payroll. You go to payroll for payroll.
It's so cool to like when you think about that too, because like if you've read Annie Jacobson's book, Area 51 and stuff, like she kind of theorized these things already, that the Germans had aerospace engineers that were working on saucers that had advanced flight that were destroyed, and the aerospace engineers were snatched up by the Russians. Like so to then like see these claims of like, well, maybe these crafts were legit. We have these official reports. I always fucking love the craziest. It's like, man, especially like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, like we were flying all sorts of fucking crazy shit, man. And the sky is just testing everything out. Like there was I always remember the States was, what was that one? The Thundercat or the Thunder Screech or something. You guys ever hear about that one?
A Thunder Screech?
Yeah, so I'm not. I think it's a Thunder Screech.
Thundercats.
No, I think it's a Thunder Screech. So basically, what they did is they wanted to make a prop plane that could break the sound barrier. So they fucking had a 3 prop plane.
Thunder Screech. There it is.
Is it actually legit?
Yeah.
So they I think they only
loudest
tested it once
aircraft
or twice.
ever built.
It produced like 100 sonic booms a second because only the wingtips would consistently break the sound barrier, because the rest of the props it would slow down. So it was just like, as it was going, it's just like bang, 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 bang. Just sonic booms like everywhere went. And apparently the pilot, like when he landed, he was like, how many men you got down here? Whatever it is, it's not enough to get me back.
It's so crazy that's a prop plane.
But it's like, dude, the 50s, 60s were just the fuck heyday of like,
it was the golden age of like
let's try
aviation. Just fucking.
Its nickname was the ear banger.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
Just constant fucking headache from the
being a test pilot during like the 50s, 60s must have just been wild, because it's like you're just like putting people 40s, 50s, 60s, like you're flying all these planes that have like never been tested, and like you need to push this thing to its absolute fucking limits, just go nuts. And it's like you must have I don't know, you had to have some kind of death wish to be like on some of these planes and just be like, yeah, all right, and then you're putting it through its paces and then you have no idea if this thing's gonna work or not. Like it just it must be.
But like that, I mean, that could be the case with this fucking saucer, right? Like they had it, they flew it, they're like, it's not very good. But like the fact that they had it and they have pictures of it, right? And they knew about it, and it's
just one of them,
allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody followed up on it or like went into it, but it's there's just that one. It's a couple, like I said, it's a couple copies, so it got disseminated.
But again, it also like having this information gives researchers the available to make more pointed FOIA requests moving forward, right? To find out if there is any more information in other agencies about this specific thing. Like to have this information released is good for the UFO community. Like if you love this stuff and like getting this information, like this is all good stuff to have.
Okay, we ready for another drone?
Yeah.
Calling them drones, but they're alien drones, probably, right?
Right. Yeah.
This one, I'm not as sold on this one, but we're gonna watch it anyway. Why not? I got it labeled as Drone 2. Here it is. Okay, so it's it looks like they're looking at maybe some other ship or something, and then something flies in front of it. Right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck is that? Scrolls back. And then it seems to stop. And they're like, what?
It looks like it's like being like floated across the screen with like fishing wire. Like an old shitty movie. You know, the way it's moving, how it's, it's hilarious.
And it also looks like it has like either two engines or like two eyes or something. Like it's two glowing points.
But it's definitely, it looks like it's almost stationary there. Just
It looks
kind
like
of
it
now-
stopped,
Yeah, like it was flying and then it is now stopped in a singular
but
position.
then it starts to move. It was a weird.
Oh, it almost looks like a Tomcat or something like that from behind with the two jet engines.
But that doesn't stop like that. Like be moving like that and then come to
Fast
a
forward a
halt.
bit here.
Well, it's hard. Like you're not like. Are we sure you're not just behind it?
Yeah, but you weren't behind it a second ago. You know what I mean? So that would be a fucking sharp turn.
Oh,
You
yeah,
saw
yeah,
no
good
bank,
call. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You saw no banking.
Right, and then that's kind of that one's not as cool. Something's
I mean, it's
there,
still
but
cool. It's still interesting. It's just that is that goes. You know, how many mysterious lights have you seen? You know what I mean? Videos of mysterious lights have we seen over the years? Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. And that would fall
Yeah,
in
and
that one.
but these videos that they included on here, like these are the ones that are genuinely, they've been marked as like, we don't know what
and
they
they've
are.
and these are the cool thing is like they've researched this, like they've actually looked into these ones and been like, there's nothing really we know that we can say that this is one
hard
thing
to
or another.
disprove that it was just some random thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these ones have been like the determination on a lot of these is like, yeah, we have like
Unknown.
the official determination is like, yeah, we don't know what that is. This is unidentified aerial phenomenon, unidentified phenomenon. And they got looped into this releases. So they're pretty much, which is kind of like, it's a good and a bad thing where it's kind of like, you feel like, yeah, this is real weird stuff that they're putting out there, but then it's also just stuff that they're just lumping everything under there, and then they just like, you get a whole bunch of stuff that comes out.
See what
You're just-
sticks.
and it's like,
And
yeah.
wouldn't it be like, because part of me was like, oh man, if this is unknown, like, would you want, like, so say if this is a foreign adversary, advanced aerospace craft, you wouldn't want to release that. You're like, you run the risk of being like, hey, they don't know what this is. That was us. But on that same thing, it's like, it wouldn't hurt the states to release and be like, we don't know what this is.
Yeah, I think they said on that was one of the sticking points on releasing some of the stuff. I mean, they still have things that, they still have footage and stuff, not necessarily of UFOs and things, but they're like things that could be considered unidentified phenomena. But they're like, we can't release some of this stuff because it is like, it will show our true capabilities of what we're able to do with our tracking IR technology, stuff like
Next
that. We
gen
can't
stuff.
Yeah, stuff that we don't want people knowing about, or we don't want adversaries knowing that we can do.
See, and see, to me, that would make the sense is they're releasing the ones that they're like, we know this isn't our adversaries. Like without a doubt, like we know these ones.
Yeah,
aren't
that's
us,
a good point. Like, why would you do that?
right.
Well, it's because they know it's them.
Right, or it's like
it's our
stuff,
own technology.
Or maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's our own technology.
Or it's like stuff
we know.
that's like we're like the tracking stuff, the IR tracking and stuff is like stuff they
It
already
is.
kind of know about.
I mean, that's a good point. It is being released by the Department of War, right?
Yeah.
So if you're releasing
it
this stuff,
seems too sensitive.
and then if you're
that way,
releasing
like-
it, and then you're basically showing military capabilities of like, good luck to
yeah, but
foreign
everybody,
adversaries.
everybody kind of knows about IR tracking things.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of know about this stuff. It's like it's probably some other like high definition.
Man, well, it'd be cool
tracking
now
stuff where
with
they don't want them knowing about.
the interesting thing moving forward will be is if, with the states releasing this, do other countries come forward and start releasing their own data as well? And some of, maybe the stuff that they've got, you know what I mean? Like other,
no, because the only two that are going to matter is like Russia and China.
yeah. But, well, I mean,
no.
you got to think even like the UK, I'm sure has
Canada's going to submit a couple of fucking videos of Mylar balloons.
couple
Hey, look at that fucking thing up
Couple-
there, hey, pal.
couple
Pretty fucking cool.
cell phone iPhone videos fucking
Couple
shot
China
vertical.
lanterns.
Fucking they're talking dirt coming.
A fucking Falcon or the Avro Arrow,
Yeah.
bud. I don't know.
The Avro Arrow, what a
ripping.
plane, boys. What did we?
Right, a
it was so
fucking
good, we
plane.
fucking
Yeah,
drowned
but
it.
you know what?
Sunk
I'm
'em
actually
in the
not.
lake.
I'm not even convinced that like six of the 28 aren't the Avro Arrow.
It's true.
Yeah, that's a good point. That one going over the boat?
Yeah, Avro Arrow.
It's been Canada this whole time.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's an insane story. I mean,
Insane.
we just had the state of the art plane. We're like, you know what? Everybody,
sink it.
we're gonna destroy it and the plans. All right, we don't want to rule the skies. We don't want anyone else to know either.
Ron
Yeah,
Pond.
right.
He's shut that down.
we
sure he
sold
did.
we sold that fucking information to another to the States or something. There's no fucking way. We're like,
Sold
for the
it?
greater good, we're just going to destroy these
We
planes.
might have been forced to hand it over.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no fucking way we just destroyed
no
all the
way.
planes.
The
That
Canucks
doesn't
did
make-
what? They got a plane. It
built
goes
the-
Mach
they-
3.
They built the most
Stable.
advanced aircraft all time, and they just sunk it. Dude, they
Chucked them
fucking
in the lake.
Yeah, dude, that's the most insane thing to think about. They're like, oh yeah, we sunk the prototypes in the lake. The fucking United States government got a Russian nuclear sub from the bottom of the fucking ocean. You don't think they're going into the lake? You know what I mean?
They'll get it.
Like, what are
If
we
they
doing
want
here?
it, they'll get it.
They already got it.
Yeah.
No, they can't go to that lake. We've seen
Oh,
Canadian
shit.
beavers. You've seen that footage of those beavers attacking
Hey,
people.
you know what I
Oh,
just
going
thought
there.
about?
That
What
was
is
actually
that?
fucking hilarious.
Dan,
was the best.
did you remember? Do you remember what that operation's called, where they used Howard Hughes and they had that prototype boat that could bring stuff into the hull?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of
I
it.
can't remember what it is, but they legit went and secretly stole a Russian nuclear sub that had crashed. Famous operation. They pulled up and basically got half the sub into the bottom of it. The bottom of the ship opens up and it looks like just a surveying vessel. And
Was it the Glomar Explorer?
Yes.
This is the name of the ship. Yeah.
But now that we're talking about like that, the whole thing, the design of that ship and everything, the design of the ship that is like to like secretly recover.
Project Azorian.
Yes, Project Azorian, to secretly recover underwater craft. It just, my brain just went to it with Bob Lazar saying that these, in the last interview, these things were recovered from the ocean. That's the fucking ship that you do it with. Right. And now I wonder if that Azorian, if that the fucking whole, we built this ship for this, or did you already have that ship because you were recovering alien craft with it?
Right.
Right. Fucking interesting. Just made me think about it. You have the ship to do it, for these deep sea recovery missions incognito. Interesting. I never put that together, but just thought of that.
Oh, no, I got to give it. I just have to show this photo I found because it's pretty funny. So I guess there was a 2023 metallic object UFO, I guess, southeastern U.S. We might have talked about this one before, actually. I guess a bright light over the horizon. The sighting was described as a linear object with a super bright light on the east side of the object, and the light was bright white and bright enough to see bands within the light. Metallic and gray in color, did not have any wings or exhaust, and it was smaller than a 737, maybe two Black Hawk helicopters in length. And I just found the photo, so I searched for it in the archives. I searched for metallic object, and this is an actual site photo with the FBI rendered graphic overlay of the witness's description. It seems so out of place for this, but I gotta fucking put it in here. It's hilarious. Okay, where is it? How many screens do I got? Chrome tab.
Don't pull up the porn.
Don't pull up that whole thing.
Don't do it.
Don't pull up the pornos.
This thing. There it is. Look at that baby.
It's fly. I've seen Fly the Navigator. I know that's
That's straight out of the fucking archives. That's an FBI rendering of the witness's description.
a rendering.
But it's an
It looks
actual
like a
photo
fucking
of
cover of an Animorphs book.
It's an actual photo of where the people seen it, I guess, and then they overlaid
right. And then they just they put in that Photoshop.
Yeah.
something like this.
Yeah.
I just want to let anyone listening at the FBI know if they need any other, this artwork done or renderings done, I'm available. This is right in my wheelhouse. I can
He
do
could
this.
do this for you.
This is, I can 100% add an oval.
With a little like pattern of light.
Yeah, I can do all of that.
These are the photos that make the social media rounds though. Unfortunately, it's like a lot of this stuff is like
Looks so
most of them are
bad.
like some of them are renders. Like a lot of them are just like renders or like approximations or whatever, and they're just putting stuff on there, and people are like, they discovered UFOs. And it's just,
That's the picture Lou Elizondo will bring to fucking Congress. Unfortunately,
there's a lot of clickbait in there that could be used, it can be utilized for that kind of stuff. But it's just like, but there is like genuinely interesting stuff. Like the Nazi UFO thing is interesting.
Yeah, it's super.
There's a lot of cool correspondence, and it's all just. I was really impressed by like the quality of this stuff, like the high resolution scans of the documents and stuff. Like usually like when I'm going through these archives and stuff, like the documents are all like faded out and the scans are all like blah, but it's just, these ones are just like clean, crisp, like just really nice. And I'm sure there's other people. This will be the next discourse for the next like month or so about all of these files coming out.
Yeah. Until we get the next.
You ain't getting nothing.
Until we get the
they said they're still pushing, was it Representative Luna? Anna Luna is still pushing.
As soon as fucking hint of virus breaks out, you're going to be forgetting all about the UFOs.
That's
moving on. It's going to be another distraction. It's going to be distraction after distraction after distraction.
We had fucking Bonnie Henry here crawl out of the fucking.
Oh,
you know what that means? That means
beat it.
That means as soon as if you see Bonnie Henry this early into the year, that means 2 weeks to flatten the curve, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, that's fucking.
We'll see you in 2028,
scary, dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Ugh.
I was like, holy. I thought she was done.
Take her back to the fucking crypt where she came from. We were good, man. No thanks.
Put her back on ice.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That was like, ugh. That's a fucking crazy one.
Why do you guys think so many of the other nerds are like upset by this? Or they're disappointed? They're just not happy with what they released?
Because there's nothing concrete.
When Tom DeLonge was like, hey, like, he put out a video response to this. And
he's a fucking shill. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's a company man.
What are you talking about? To the Stars Academy was a completely legit thing.
I think because it's not nothing's concrete. Like people are not going to be happy until the government's like, there's aliens. We know about them.
People wanted the video. Remember when there's that fake video of them like interviewing the fucking alien gray? It's like him on video.
Yeah.
They wanted that in here, and that's what they needed.
And there's all this stuff. There's like, the posts that I've seen and things like this. And it's like, they're saying that there's more. And they're like, this isn't the stuff that made, members of Congress like break down into tears or make like Jimmy Carter cry at his desk or whatever, when they showed him this stuff. But there's mention of one, or some documentation of like a bomber, like a United States like bomber plane. I can't remember if it's like a B-52 or whatever, but they're saying that they encountered a craft, like the craft like paced them and then like pulled up next to them, and they're like, and then like kind of pulled off, but the entire time like they could see like windows, or they said force field, whatever. They could see a non-human intelligence with the NHI. They said non-human intelligence was like looking at them. Like, I was like, what is that? What is that?
Like that's
that's in there. They're saying that stuff's in there, but
that's
I
what we
don't
want
know.
to see.
Dude,
like,
but you've got that Anna Paulina lunatic saying that like there's definitive evidence of.
That's her job.
Like they have photos of UFOs and all this other crazy shit, right? Like underground bases and
this is just.
She's that.
Yeah, him and Tim Burchett or whatever are head of that the push. But Paulina, she's been there for a minute, and she's always saying that there's wild stuff out there. And haven't seen a lot of it yet, but we got she's
it's slowly trickling, right?
This.
Like if this is just the start, like maybe it's gonna like maybe they're
this is the foreplay. Is what you're saying?
Maybe they're just this is just the tip,
right now.
Yeah. They're letting you feel how it is, and pretty soon it's gonna be Girthmaster. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Whoa.
Full.
Watch out for
full
dread.
Shaft.
It's fucking weird though. Did you see the day that Trump announced that they were going to be releasing these files? There's like fucking 17 or 18 earthquakes around Area 51.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. They got to fucking get all these ships out of there. They're firing them all up. They're firing up the Thunder Screech.
Well, they're going to be a fucking. You don't want, because he knows the nerds are coming back to Naruto run their way right back in Area 51.
Once they're done finding Xenu at the Scientology.
Oh, dude, that's
free
so
run.
funny.
Scientology.
That's the best. They've taken all the handles and stuff off the Scientology building, so you can't get in.
What a trend! I mean, Scientology
That's
should be
just
really
trend to get
leaning
behind.
into it because, like, it's all press is good press. And they haven't had any for a while.
They should
I
Naruto
think
run
they're good,
with
man.
them.
I
Right
think
through.
they're just sitting on their real estate, being pretty fucking happy.
Yeah, But yeah, it's yeah, man, it's fucking wild. I can't wait to see what else we get.
Like we even get one. We get I think the oldest one they found was from 1948, and it's from the U.S. Air Force. At the time, it was like Directorate of Intelligence is marked top secret, and then quoted as reading, "They have been reported by so many sources and from such a variety of places that we are convinced that they cannot be disregarded and must be explained on some basis which is perhaps slightly beyond the scope of our present intelligence thinking." And all these are sightings from all over like Northern Europe, like Sweden and area. 1948.
That's fucking cool.
So like just post-war, the same thing. In the war, they had Foo Fighters and all these other like glowing bolt like orbs that would seem to fly at crazy angles and speeds and stop and start. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Is it things, you know, are we just not hearing about it because of like the government holding this stuff close to the chest around the globe for intelligent reasons? Because it does feel like it does feel like there's more happening than we know, and these things are we constantly hearing about, like, you know, pilots are seeing these things and they're happening all over, but it feels like the known like flaps are like well behind us. But there was just fucking one in Campbell River on Vancouver Island that was seen. Did you guys see that one? Did I send you guys that?
Nope. No. Did you take a video this time?
No, I wasn't. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can find a buddy sent it. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, here it. So I'll send it to you here. This was seen all up and down Vancouver Island just a couple nights ago. Well, so like it does feel like, you know, perhaps we're, you know, seeing more things, and it as it gets out there, we're getting more and more reports. But then I wonder if this too, it's like for so long, if you posted some weird fucking lights in the sky, people are like, fucking nothing, fuck balloons up there. And like now it's, you know, maybe it's a little more credible when people are posting these images.
Here's this video. No sound. I'm not going to play any sound just because of music or something. This is from the Campbell River Community Facebook group. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's a bell.
But as a child,
that was seen all over the island, down to Victoria. The entire island.
I bet you that's a rocket launch.
That's a weird drift for a rocket launch. Like
it goes over the horizon. It's just bad quality video. If you zoomed in, you'd probably see the rocket tail. That's my guess on first look.
Maybe. I don't know. It's fucking
they always seem to go across the sky like that with a big glowing tail. They look like a slow moving meteor.
That big?
Yeah. Huge.
It's pretty bright and brilliant.
If it's bad, if you had a better camera, you'd probably see that was. And on first look, that's what it looks like. Be my guess. But bad camera, it's hard to tell.
But like, I wonder if we're gonna see more and more people, trying to, sharing their videos.
Yeah, send them to us first so we can put them on YouTube, capture the video rights, and no one else can fucking use them.
Like the Aguadilla UFO.
That video, there's still like every week there's someone else who uses it, and it's like
that's
content ID.
It's so famous. It's so insane to me that we were the first people to ever post that.
And even though we posted that first, no one ever followed the channel.
No,
after all those copyright strikes.
Yeah,
that's our video.
So if you've ever seen that Aguadilla UFO, it's the video of the object going. Don't pull it up on YouTube on someone else's channel. We'll get banned. Banned for showing our own video on someone else's channel.
If we share our own video, we might get banned somehow.
But it shows the video going, the object going. It's like airport video of the object going from fucking air into ocean and back. However,
that's crazy. However, that's a pretty popular video.
Yeah. However it happened, we were the first people to ever post that on YouTube.
I'm gonna play it.
So it's technically our video.
How do I find it?
We get notifications that we could strike people's channels weekly. I'd say
strike them all, extort them. Like, you want us to play a video? Fucking.
We only did it to one guy one time because he was being a dick. And he emailed us a bunch of times saying he was going to sue us. Remember that guy, Zell?
Yeah, he was going to sue us.
He was so dick. He was like such a dick. So then I could see he had a bunch of our videos, and I was like, yeah, for sure. And then I just struck him hit him with all the strikes. I was like, fuck this guy. I can't remember his name. But yeah, that video is an interesting one.
Actually, I can't even find it now. How do I find that video? Usually it says like copyright strike, and then I can click on it.
Yeah, maybe finally someone realized that it's not actually our video. Took it from us. But no, it's like, I wonder if like, we're going to see more of that released from other governments, like more videos like that, the Aguadilla one and stuff like that moving forward from this. It'd be interesting. I'm all for it. I fucking love watching UFO videos.
I'll play the Aguadilla one next time if I can find it. Aguadilla.
Dia.
Is that Brazil?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really know, but it's our video.
It's Brazil
fucking
now.
Don't you dare post it.
Aguadilla, Brazil. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I mean, it's super cool. I mean, the problem with the videos, obviously, it's why a lot of people who are like diehard truthers, like they want it all. They want it dumped. They never said any of these videos or anything they didn't make any extraterrestrial claims. That's why people are like, what do you mean? They're like, well, we don't know what it is. That's like the tiptoe around.
Yeah, and people don't like that. People want them to be like, tell us it's aliens. But they're never going to say that. They're never going to say they know it's definitively. But maybe something comes out of this down the road and they're like, this one, fucking non-human intelligence. You know what I mean? Maybe that's where we're headed with this stuff. Anyways, I'm for it. Listen.
Get it?
If they have to let us know there's aliens to postpone the Epstein files a little bit, kick it down the can down the road, I'm for it. All right, let's get the aliens, and then no one's forgetting about the Epstein files. We can put that on the back burner and get to it. All right, they're not going to have much else to distract us with after the aliens. So let's just get the aliens. Let's all agree. Release the aliens.
Don't worry that we're not prosecuting anybody involved with the Epstein files.
Just for now.
It's not a big deal.
I'm not.
Here's some fucking drone videos.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No big deal.
Until we find out about the aliens, let's all just take a collective release.
We're also, helping. We're involved in a war that we have no explanation why for. Doesn't make any what? Here's some aliens.
Yeah, here you go.
Cost of living? Nah,
forget about the rest.
Aliens, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, aliens.
Dude, honestly, I feel it's the timing of this is just so fucking insane.
Oh yeah, dude, it's straight up.
It's fucking crazy.
It's straight up, this is fucking. Hey, throw them off the scent. Let's fucking try to get something else in the news.
Yeah, but did you think nothing in there was even close to enough to make it change anyone's thought process or
No, it's like I said before, it's usually these kinds of, and unfortunately it's when you have to suspect it's something that's going to be protracted public discourse. It goes out there, it has everybody talking, it takes up social media space on social media, everybody concentrates on this, and then you have this long thing of people going back and forth, and then you have the it's just like potential political smokescreen for other stuff that's going on, not necessarily just the Epstein files, but a bunch of other things that are probably going on. But you throw those aliens out there, and it's like, yeah, and some of the stuff again, like it's the fact that it's on war.gov, and it's like,
why
they had an aliens.gov?
Yeah, why not aliens.gov?
Right? See that? Okay, maybe that's where they're gonna put the real alien videos, is on the aliens.gov site that they got.
All these videos were actually Iranian drones, and then they're going to release that. Like, actually, we know the true culprit, and that's why we're there. They have
for sure they got WMDs.
They have advanced WMD drone warfare capabilities.
Uranium-powered drones.
And that's how they're going to sell us this time. Yeah, like what's the actual government website? Is there like a USA.com? Like what?
What, USA? I mean, like, there's the White House, like, there's the whitehouse.gov, and then all the other organizations have their own.
There's not like USA.gov. What's ours? I think it says Canada.gov.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a USA.gov.
USA.gov.
Maybe they're just genuinely trying to overwhelm people.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much going on that they're literally trying to make people crazy.
Nice.
Like, this is so much information.
Is that where you buy the Trump phones, or no?
I don't know.
Probably
I can find benefits on it. Find my government benefits. Am I an immigrant? What? Don't ask me that.
It's rude.
That's
no
rude.
recourse.
What, are you going to have nice showing up at your door?
Yeah. A couple nice officers showing up.
Yeah.
Well, that's the great thing. If we want to do a pod trip, now's the time to do it because we only have to buy a one-way flight because they'll send us back. Free of charge.
Don't have to hang out in the fucking jail for a while.
A little extended stay at Gator. What was it called?
Nice,
Gator Alcatraz.
Yeah, Alligator Alcatraz. No, they're buying up a bunch of warehouses so they can put people in there.
Hell yeah!
You just hang out there for a while.
Free hotels.
Yeah.
Ship us back.
Yeah, you'll each get your own bucket.
I'm used to shitting in a bucket. It's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All right,
cool.
Hey, we're gonna stay glued to this one as more information comes out. Obviously, we're fucking really interested. So.
I'm going to be uploading all these videos to claim them as my own on YouTube.
as quick as we can.
Do it.
And yeah, Zelda, we got any more Patreon supporters?
There's a few beauties who went to patreon.com,
Yeah.
found Alien Theorists Theorizing, or they click the link in any of our socials. I think it takes you there. I think one link rules them all. The smart link gets you everywhere. But this week, I got a couple weeks, I think, here. We got Blazer Mudding, Joseph Mahone, with a full year pledge. What a legend.
Hell yeah, we like
Let's
that.
fucking
we like
go.
that. No refunds.
No refunds.
No refunds.
Oh, I have to wait. I got to go back. Joseph Mahone, you paid through Apple App Store.
Boom! You just funded Big Tim Apple, buddy. How many times have we fucking told you?
We appreciate you still.
We still appreciate you. But I
Yeah,
think you got charged extra 30% because Apple takes their cut.
Yeah.
Fucking Apple.
So if you want, you probably can cancel that. Then go to patreon.com you can still do it on your phone. Just can't go through the App Store and then sign up that way.
Listen, partner. Listen. Before you just cancel, like Zell said, first off, re-sign up the right way so you have
Don't cancel at all.
2 subscriptions. And as soon as you see your bank that you have 2 withdrawals coming out for the same subscription, then we give you permission to cancel the previous one. But there's at no point should you leave us hanging.
Leave the void.
Okay. That money's already spent. We're spending at the rate of we need another 100 patrons.
Yeah, at least. Inflation.
Yeah.
We got A. Aardvark.
Let's go.
Derek Cottle. And I believe that's it.
Hell
This
yeah.
week. Thank you very much for
Fucking right.
supporting.
Let's go.
Fucking shit.
The boys
Appreciate
support.
you.
Hey, ladies, you can subscribe too. We got lots of ladies supporters. Don't be afraid. And as we always say at the end of these things, keep those eyes on the skies.
See you in after hours.